for this Fusion virtual machine, we'll look down to the details here, and we can see that we're running on a node in the cluster named compute-0 inside of this cluster. And if you're new to OpenShift, we'll look briefly at the compute here so you can see what that looks like. This system has 3 control plane nodes, and it has 5 compute nodes. And this particular system for our demo is configured so that the control plane nodes can also run work on them. So when we do a migration, it'll either move from the compute node that it's on to another compute node or possibly to the control plane nodes. So going back to the virtual machine, when we look at the details here, we can see we're on the compute 0. If we go to actions and we do migrate, that kicked off a migration to another node. And now if we go down to details and we look at which node we're running on, it says that it's running on control 1, Fusion 0, right? So
it moved
that was
off
very
compute
quick.
to a control node, which normally the control nodes would be isolated from this, but on this cluster, they're fair game for deployment, right?
Yep, and that's a cluster-wide config setting that you can decide. Just like when we were looking in the configuration here at the scheduling tab, we could say which nodes we want to restrict this to. So this one says all 8 nodes in this cluster, including the 3 control plane and the 5 workers, are valid for us to migrate to.
And just worth mentioning here, worth mentioning here that Fusion, with the implementation we have of RWX, enables this live migration to occur, whereas other platforms are not able to support this. So this is a pretty significant differentiator.
Yeah, so for virtual machines to have this support, to not need to take the virtual machine down, copy everything to another PV that can run on a different worker node in your cluster, and then bring it back up. The ability to have all of the storage visible to all of the worker nodes in your cluster and the control plane nodes in this example is the power underneath this live migration, and is also why that migration went so quickly. So all we had to do was stream the dirty pages of memory from one node to the other, and the storage didn't have to move, right? Because both of those nodes were able to access the exact same persistent storage in the cluster.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
okay,
excellent point. Okay, so that is the migration.
Thank you. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please like and subscribe.